Aditya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. Okay. So we were discussing about this public speaking, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play one video. Watch this video and try to understand the various aspects of communication that we have just discussed. You were saying body language, pitch, tone, fluency, or pronunciation, or everything. Each one of you have said one or the other thing. So try to evaluate this speech on that parameter. And then we will discuss that how we can learn these things and we can bring them into our day-to-day communication. Okay. So allow me to share this video.
I have a bad news. Right now, anyone can replace you in your present job. You have a lot of competition irrespective of your degree or
Just a second.
Sir, can you please repeat? I was not able to hear you.
Just a second. Just a second. Okay, so what I was saying is that I'm going to play this video and you have to watch this video and you have to understand, you have to evaluate this video from all the points or from all the perspective that we have just discussed a little while ago. When you had said that, you know, like body language is important in communication, then someone had said that delivery is important. Someone had said that, the words are important, like vocab. There was one student who had said this. So what I'm trying to tell you is that please evaluate this speech on all these parameters. And what we have to see is that how we can bring or what we can learn from this video that we can bring into our day-to-day communication. Okay, Rachna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please watch this video, evaluate, and then let us understand. Okay.
Barack Obama in 2004 was totally unknown. People were saying, I don't know who this guy is. I wonder why they picked him.
He had this reputation as a bit of an upstart, as sort of a young, rising figure in the party, but no one knew who this guy was. This was his chance to introduce himself to people.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya.
What makes a great political speech is if you can somehow fold your story into this larger American story.
The next thing he says is about his mother's family. His grandfather fought in World War II. He used the GI Bill. They settled in Kansas, so white people could say, oh, he's just like us.
My parents shared not only an improbable love, they shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible.
Going into this speech, we've had 4 years of George Bush, and we felt as a country like we've grown further apart.
'04 was very much a divisive partisan race. Obama's speech is in some ways an antidote to that.
Alongside our famous individualism, there's another ingredient in the American saga, a belief that we're all connected as one people. If there is a child on the south side of Chicago who can't read, that matters to me even if it's not my child. If there's a senior citizen somewhere who can't pay for their prescription drugs and having to choose between medicine and the rent, that makes my life poorer even if it's not my grandparent. It is that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work. E pluribus unum, out of many, one.
He gives a speech that presages his entire political message of 2008, which is this sort of post-partisan argument.
Now, even as we speak, there are those who are preparing to divide us. The spin masters, the negative ad peddlers, who embrace the politics of anything goes. Well, I say to them tonight, there is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
Obama was born with two great gifts. One is his mind, and the other is his ability to speak to large groups of people.
There are three things that Obama does that really makes that speech effective. He wants concrete detail. He likes story, and he loves antithesis, the use of repetition and structure to show contrast. There is not a liberal America or a conservative America. There is one America.
There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states, but I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around in our libraries in the red states. We coach Little League in the blue states, and yes, we've got some gay friends in the red states. We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, all of us defending the United States of America.
The way he uses his hands, he actually points a lot and does a lot of this, and a lot of this, and a lot of that.
In doing so, he gives off this sense of energy. I am new, I'm someone who is dynamic.
And he doesn't do that so much anymore. He's a little more solemn and reserved when he gives speeches today, but I think it's more reflective of his office.
In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in a politics of hope? It's the hope of slaves sitting around a fire singing freedom songs. The hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores. The hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta. The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too. Hope in the face of difficulty. Hope in the face of uncertainty. The audacity of hope.
His appearance at that convention, which was the best speech of the convention, better than John Kerry's, was electrifying, and without it, he wouldn't be president.
I think sincerity means a lot. There are people who, when they speak the truth as they see it, and they're very effective doing that.
I believe this country will reclaim its promise, and out of this long political darkness, a brighter day will come. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless
See, this is screen also. This is skip tab, and then which so maybe if you have back it will come. You cannot see this. अरे उसमें कुछ नहीं होगा मैं सब कर चुका हूँ ठीक है तो आप उसको बोल सकते हैं उसने प्रॉपर नहीं किया प्रोसेस में उसने जो क्वालिटी जो उसका लैंड की क्वालिटी बहुत लो कर दिया Lighting. नहीं आने के लिए मेरे पास भी आ रहा है बट बच्चे बोल रहे हैं सर आपकी आवाज बहुत है बिकॉज उसमें पावर नहीं मतलब स्ट्रेंथ okay so I want your thoughts on this video. I want your thoughts on this video. Rachna, Aditya.
Yes, sir. First your voice and hands activity. This is most important to interact people. Second is personality, and third one is word. Yes, and word clarity. Word clarity. Yes, that's it.
Rachna.
Sure, I think your attitude that what are you saying, and you personally believe that gonna happen. You make them people believe that this is what we can do. So that give a different energy to your audience also.
So what you said, attitude?
The way you are delivering your speech, that give confidence to your audience that you are able to do this.
Yes, so giving a confidence to the listener that whatever we are saying, it will be done, right? So that confidence. Okay, very good. What else? So how we are going to implement this, Shivanjali? How we are going to implement this? So maybe saying something with a conviction that, I mean, whatever I'm saying, it will be done. Okay. So how we are going to use this as an IB student? How we are going to use this?
Body language. Maybe in our interviews.
So in the interviews, like what?
Sir, like we can convey our thoughts that I am the one who you are looking for. I can do what you are asking for. I am confident that I am your the best choice.
Yes. So giving this confidence through your answers in such a way that whatever you are saying, he is believing that yes, whatever this girl or boy he or she is saying, will be able to do it also. Right? So that conviction has to be there. And from where you get that conviction? From where you get that conviction? When you have clarity, when you know the things. So probably when you have gone through that job description and you have understood each and everything given in that job description. So there is a clarity that, okay, these are the things that this company is looking for me. Okay. Now, since the company is looking for this things from me, do I know these things? So maybe yes, out of 5, 2 I know or 3 I know. And then for the 2, I have to work. I have to work in a way that I can convince that yes, I know this. And hence again, it goes back to the same concept, practice. So once you have practiced, you know, and you have that belief. So you remember we had spoken about belief system here in elevator pitch. I believe. No, not I believe. Making the person believe. Yes. So when you say like having worked with concentrics for 2+ years, 2.5 years, right? In the profile of this, I believe that given an opportunity, I will be able to deliver a better performance here at XYZ. So maybe whatever we have done in concentrics for the last 2.5 years, it has given you that belief, that work culture and everything has given you a belief that yes, I will be able to do this now also or in the future also. Right? So okay, very good. What else? What else?
Positive attitude.
So positive attitude. Yes. So very good point.
The way he introduced himself, he made sure that he connects to the audience.
Yes. So when you are there in the interview, you have to connect with the interviewer. And that's why in the beginning I said that we have to connect first. Okay. So we have to connect whatever we are discussing here in the class. We have to connect on all these points. Maybe at some places you will agree with me, at some places you may not agree with me. So maybe we need to discuss so that we have some points of agreement, right? So in a way, we have to know that what is that interviewer wants to hear from me. And hence I can prepare on those lines. Maybe I can deliver or maybe I can answer the questions on the same line that what he's going to hear. And this is more and that understanding that what he wants to hear from me is more of your soft skills. It's not about technical skills. It's not about technical skills. Okay. So soft skills are very important in that way. Very good. So she had said this point. So yes, in a way, you are giving hope to the interviewer as well that yes, I will be able to do this. Okay. What else?
Generating curiosity by like he used that this is not a secular America.
Not a liberal America or a very good, very good, very good, very good, very good.
This is a United States.
Yes. So you know, like there will be certain questions. So for example, if I ask you a question, have you stopped telling lies? So do you have any option in this? Either way, you are going to
answer yes.
Huh?
It is a yes or
no. Even if you are say yes, so it means still you are telling lies. And if you say no, it means you have been telling lies, right? So for any such tricky questions where there cannot be a direct answer, yes or no, you should know. So when people asked him that what kind of America you want a liberal America or a conservative America? And he knows this, you know, he knew this, that we have people from both the sides. So he said, no, I do not want a liberal America or a conservative America. I want United States of America. In India, when people ask, and you know, like in India, trust me, the power of this speech. Let me just stop this. The idea is that, you know, like I stopped recording because, you know, maybe people can use it in a different way. So the idea is that, you know, like you should have that presence of mind. You should have that presence of mind then and there in the interview to manage certain situations. Okay. So maybe for example, if you get this question, how you are going to answer? Have you stopped telling lies? What is your answer? Mithali. Anyone from online?
Say, I know lying is not a good thing, but if it saves you from a situation or if it is giving you a good result, then it is okay to lie.
Okay. Anybody from online? So, you know, in such situations, sometimes you can say like with a smile. So do you think I have been telling lies? I don't think so. Do you think so? Okay, because you cannot say yes or no, right? And you cannot say like this, that, you know, if there is something good, so you should, because then I will define my good as per my wish. You will define your good as per your wish. So maybe I will be having a justification even for a murder, right? But that is not the right thing. So this world does not go or move with either my good or your good. We have to move with a common good, right? So maybe at certain points, you know, if we are discussing like this, you can always say like, do you really think so? No, like, so just rather than answering, put a question. Okay. Okay. But one more important point I want to hear from this class, and that is the best point, that is the main point of this entire speech. We have covered everything, almost everything, but the main point, it is still to be covered. And I want to get that point from the class. Huh? Just as you said in the beginning only, you only said the use of his hands and all. So he said, I mean, you know, that Barack Obama has three great things.
The mind. Two things.
That was two things. But then he has said at one plus three things. So concrete the tale, antithesis, and storytelling. Right? So you should have a concrete, very crisp, like saying so many things in few words. That ability has to be there, because you cannot go on and on in the interview for, you know, just 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe that elevator pitch, just in a span of 60 seconds, how you are going to create that impact. And then the storytelling that we will discuss. And then antithesis means repetition of something. So he had said, he has used this many times. It's not about this America or at that America, it's about United States of America. He has given this example. Now, how we are going to use this in our interview process? How we are going to use this in our interview process?
When we describe about ourselves in the elevator pitch or even during the interview, keep in mind what is the job description. So adding those points.
Yes. So once you have understood the job description, okay, once you have understood it, what you have to do, you have to make it a habit, or you have to make it, I mean, the answer should be created in such a way that, and hence the formula I want to share here. (4D, 3S, 1 USD or USC). Okay, what's the meaning of 4D? So when you have gone through that job descriptions, what are the key domain skills that they are looking for? So tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work for this company? Why we should hire you? Tell me about your strengths. At least 4 questions will be there, generally 99%. And in somewhere we have to curate our answer in such a way that we are discussing 4 domain skills, 3 soft skills, and 1 unique selling character. Your unique character, okay? Again and again. At least 4 direct chances you will get. You have to create 1 or 2 more with your own way of creating the answer. That, you know, sir, like knowing the concepts like derivatives, equity, and AML KYC has always helped me. And I was always passionate about these skills. And thankfully, I'm getting an opportunity to work on these skills with your company. And hence, this can be one of the best visions for me to work for your company. Why we should hire you? So you should hire me because I have gone through the job description. I have seen that you need someone who can do this, this, this. And sir, like having experience of 2+ years in the field of banking, retail banking, then doing a very specialized course with MRTS about certificate in investment banking operations. Okay. And with my own research and all, I have developed expertise in the field of this, this, and this. And hence, I believe this would be the best vision for you to hire. So what we are doing, we are talking about the skills that they are looking for. Right? So hit on that button again and again and again in a different manner. And that will give you this confidence. Okay? And then you will be able to transfer that confidence to the interviewer. That, oh, wow, she or he is the best candidate for the day and I want to hire.
So if you are attending online, so you take a reason from them why exactly they are attending online.
Okay, so
I need to send an email.
Okay. Okay. So this is the most important point. Now, any question? Any question from anybody? Any question, guys, please?
Sir, in the beginning, Siddharth sir have told us that don't give an interviewer short answer. You should always give them a satisfied or a long answer. So at this time you have said that you should give a concrete answer. So does that mean a short answer or a long answer? I'm not able to figure it out.
No. I have understood what you are saying. If you have anything, you can ask. So there, you don't need to start. They will start. Tell me about your start. See, I mean, definitely we are going to discuss all these things in the interview preparation session. But then since you have asked, see, don't put your everything on a stake. So when you feel nervous or when you have that fear, because you have put everything in that one basket. Like it's not a do or die, trust me, you will get another opportunity. It's not 1942. Right? So it's not about that, okay, this is the last interview and this is the only company and what will happen if I don't do this. If as an intelligent student or if as an energetic student, if you have a plan for yourself, okay, so okay, this is one of the interview, I should give my best. Irrespective of whatever is going to happen, I'm going to give my best. And it is about that interviewer to decide whether I'm the best person or not. It is not that I'm going to decide. So why I should take that pressure? Right? So don't put your everything on that stake. Like if today is the only interview, if I do this or that. No. Go there, perform to the best of your ability and let the people decide. I'm not the judge on that particular day. Okay, so go there with this thought process, you will not feel nervous. But when you are expecting too much out of the interview, or when you are expecting too much. So we have Shivanjali online. She is there. You want to say something?
Evangeline, please pay your fees today itself. Hi,
Sure, ma'am. Hi.
Once you're done with the class, just pay the fees and send me the screenshot, okay? Thank you.
Anyone else?
Akshay Kande,
No, he's not.
Rachana Vyas.
Rachna, you can mute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So when are you going to pay your fees?
Sir, ma'am, in this week only. In 2 days.
Today you have to pay, otherwise you will not allow to sit in the classroom.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, call me after the class, okay? Thank you. Aditya Chavan.
Aditya was there, but he just left. He was there in the class.
I already talked to him. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So don't put everything on a stake. Life was before COVID. We have survived now. We are here, right? Okay, we have lost many people. That is also a fact. But at least we are here, right? And then we will be there. So, no, I mean, I want to tell you one story. So, you know, you have heard about Mahabharata. So in Mahabharata, what happened? There was this one guy, he came to Yudhishthir and said, you know, like, sir, I want you to help me in solving this problem. And then Yudhishthir said that, okay, it's fine. Can you come tomorrow? And he said, yes, sir, I will come tomorrow. And when he left, his brother Bhim was laughing. He was like, you know, that LOL kind of laugh. What is the meaning of LOL, by the way? Oh, so that was, you know, like, I have seen it many chats and all. So Yudhishthir asked him that, why are you laughing? And he said that big brother or whatever, you know, like, I'm laughing because I see the kind of confidence you have that, yes, I'm going to be there tomorrow as well. When life is so uncertain, still you have this confidence that tomorrow you are there in this same office and you are going to solve the problem of that person. It means you are someone who have got control over your time. Right? So it's you are someone who have that kind of belief. And I'm very happy for that, okay, you are somewhere like a god that, you know, you have got that confidence. But why I'm telling this story is that, so the idea is that, yes, we are going to be there tomorrow. We are going to have another interview as well. Okay. So do your best without any fear. Because so maybe if this is your first interview and you have the same fear, when you are having your 5th interview, you are having the same fear, it means you have not developed. Yeah, so maybe you can have that fear in the 5th one, no, because I have already given 4 interviews. Maybe at that point of time, that nervousness or that fear is okay. But why in the first interview, 2nd interview, 3rd interview, and 4th interview? Why? I will give my interview. Right? So please don't think that way. Do not put everything on that stake that, oh, this is like the last day of my life or so. No. So don't have that nervousness or that kind of fear. So that is another thing. So you had asked this question. So short. So see, it is up to you. So when you are giving any answer in detail, it's absolutely fine, but it should have the content. What is your qualification?
I've done my BCom.
You have done your BCom.
Second year.
BBA.
Yes, BBA.
So in BBA, have you studied marketing?
Yes. No, marketing is not my subject. I'm doing finance.
Okay. So what are your subjects in finance?
It's accounts and taxation.
Accounts and taxation?
Yes, right now.
Right now?
Yes.
And earlier in the first year?
Earlier in the first year, there was just account, no extra subjects.
You have marketing in your BCom? MCom? No? No. Okay. Anybody, what is your qualification, Rachna?
I have done BBA, sir. We had a marketing subject in our 6th sem.
Yes, sir. So you had, I mean, like, so let me ask her. So when in marketing, how you used to write the answers? Anything?
Like you are asking in what content? I'm not getting the question. Like answer for what type of question?
When you were asked to write answers for the questions in marketing subject, what kind of answers you used to write? So maybe what do you
Basically,
understand?
the idea of how our product or how our organization gonna help you. Something.
What are the 4 P's of marketing?
Like that. Product, product, people, product, people, price, and I'm not able to remember that one.
Okay.
Product, people, price, and
maybe what I want to convey. Okay, Rachna, thank you. So it's product, price, place, and promotion. When you go to service industry, then this people and all will you can add. So there they call it as an 7P, but basically it's a 4P. Okay. So do not say anything just for the sake of saying. Right. So talk concrete things, relevant things, if it is in detail or in short and all, but you should not end up saying anything because you just want to extend your answer or because you want to elaborate. Because generally when we write history or for that matter marketing and all, we write anything, just 2 pages, right? But in finance, you cannot write 2 pages unless you know the concept. What is net present value? Now you cannot write 3 pages on this. But maybe what are the 4 P's of marketing? You can write a book on this. Okay. So it depends upon the quality of the question. The second thing is that make sure that whatever the content you are delivering or you are sharing, it should be concrete. It should have some kind of value, and you should not be extending or explaining your answer just for the sake of it. So you should be aware of the value that you are going to deliver through that answer.
So the value of the answer is important.
Yes, obviously. So maybe you are saying something in 10 sentences. If she is able to answer the same question in 5 sentences, I will go ahead with her more. Because she can create the same impact what you have created in 10 sentences. Because she knows how to do things in very short and simple way. So that simplicity has to be there. Clarity has to be there. Okay. So that is the concept. It's not about long answer or short answer. You should be able to convey the theme or the main objective of that question. What is expected out of this with an example. Okay. Any other question from anybody? Shivanjali, Payal, Rachna, Aditya, Pooja, Payal. So Payal, you are Payal Rane. We do not have anyone Payal Rane. You are Payal Bharate as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Priyal is here, right?
Yes.
So Shivani Raut is okay. We do not have Sneha. What is your name? Aditya, we had one call regarding your fees. So please just speak to Aarti ma'am.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So any question from anybody? Pooja Sahu. Pooja, you are online or offline?
Sir, online.
Great. Okay. We have two Priya. Okay. So no questions, right? So let us take a break. After the break, we will start the class. Okay. So it is 11:06. Let us meet by 11:20. Okay, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So now we have discussed about listening and speaking. Now, how we can develop our word power? How we can develop that? The approach through which you can then obviously and that is also about like how.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to so as I was saying, because you have to speak with a lot of global clients and all, so the kind of words that they use, that is something which is very important to understand. So what we are going to do, I'm going to show you this one video with few unique words. Okay, what you have to do, you have to make note of few of the words, maybe 5, 6. You can make note of all the words rather. And then I want to do one critical thinking of activity where I want you to create a speech with at least 5, 6 words. You are getting my point? So you will go through the speech. You will get to know so many new words. You have to go to your dictionary. You have to go to Google, try to find out the meaning of those words. And then you have to create a speech in and around your career, about your interest, about investment banking, where you can use those words. So because see, when you will be there, no, in investment banking and all, you need to do a lot of business writing, a lot of executive summaries, a lot of reports. So unless you don't have that ability, now again, this is one of the activity that I'm doing, but then you have to practice it at your home as well. Okay, things are not that easy. So I'm going to play this one video, make the note of few unique words, look for their meanings, and then you have to create a speech. And after that, you have to come here and you have to deliver your speech. Okay. Online students, is that clear to you? Okay.
New Hampshire, let freedom ring. I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when it happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
बाकी सब कहाँ पे आज? कोई अपडेट नहीं किसी का?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Neha, for what a wonderful introduction.
आपको बता रहे हैं, हमको नहीं बता रहे हैं, कैसे चलेगा?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 online and 4 offline.
Rachna is there, Pooja is there, Aditya Chauhan and Payal.
Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18.
नहीं है,
ये रियल नहीं है।
शायद कौन सा ऑफलाइन है, रियल ऑफलाइन
नहीं, रियल एक इवेंट है
रियल
and then there is a रियल हल्दी
एक और लड़की है
हल्दन।
मेरा नाम रियल हल्दनकर है, बट नायर में बोला है।
अच्छा तो 17 we have 17 total. Out of 17 we have
सारे यहाँ पे। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में जितने लोग आ रहे हैं we are putting absent, that's it. ठीक है, भले वो प्रेजेंट हो।
हाँ
ठीक है, इन्फॉर्म दैट।
Okay, so now you have got all the words. Look for the meaning. Okay, and then you have to create a speech by using 5, 6, whatever, but not less than 5. Yeah, you want to say? So online students, anyone ready with their speech? Aditya?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, okay. Sir, I have written 2 words only. First one is a dream.
The first one is?
First one is sir, dream, and second one is freedom.
The first one is dream. Why for this word do you really, I mean, think that we should have gone through this speech? Dream is a regular word. And the second one is?
Freedom.
Oh. So do you really think that these are the 2 words that you have got throughout that speech? These are the only 2 words, right?
Yes.
Aditya, please.
Yes, sir.
Put little stress on your. Write this. Okay, what about others? Rachna, Payal?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have written many words, but I am not able to make a speech from it. Like.
Okay. Not at all. Rachna, can you switch on your camera?
Yes, sir.
So not at all, or like, what is the status? You are able to do something partially,
Sir, it's
fully?
not. Like, sir, I tried, but it's not getting relevant to what I wanted to. Like, the words are very like freedom fighter type, so I'm not able to connect it to the speech. It's getting out of context.
Okay. Okay. So can you list out the words that you have, I mean, like you are trying to use?
Sir, words like I have written many of the words, but not able to like connect it. Like words with rough road, we gonna make rough roads plain, jangling discord. Then prestigious hilltop, heave up the mountain, lip stripling, all that words, but I'm not able to connect them and make a meaningful speech out of it.
So you have written down the meaning of these words?
Yeah, I googled it.
Okay. So Rachna, maybe the selection of words, it's somewhere you are missing. So maybe, can you write down few of the words in the chat box? And then let me help you.
So, yeah.
Hello. Okay, anyone else? Other than Rachna? Payal, Sajida, Shivanjali?
Sir, I had joined from the PC, so I had power cut, so I missed that session.
You want to say something? Sajida, you want to say something?
Yeah, I said, sir, I had a power cut, so I missed that session. Actually, I joined from the PC, no, so I had power cut.
Okay, okay. What about Shivanjali and Payal? Aditya, you should have taken few more words, no? See, freedom or dream is a very common word. Very common word.
Yes, I got it, got it.
Maybe beacon of light, or maybe sweltering, or maybe prodigious, or maybe there are so many words. So hew out of mountain is a kind of proverb, you know, like, so for example, self-evident, Rachna. So you can always say that, you know, when you are really working hard, when you are sincere for your classes, you know, and when you get those good marks, it is always self-evident to the parents or to the teacher that you are going to score good marks. Okay. Now all men created equal. I think you
Yes,
have some
sir,
network.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I don't know why you have taken it as a sentence and all. Hew out of the mountain. Jangling discord. Sweltering is like, you know, it's more like suffering. Going through some tedious process kind of thing. I mean, it's kind of negative word. So maybe, you know, going through certain things, which is not like we are going, like as of now, the India is going through sweltering of these heat waves across the nation due to the summer and all.
Sir, but you said that you have to make a speech for like you are giving.
So you have to make a speech. So all men created equal is not a word. It's not a word. It is a sentence that all men created are equal. So we cannot use a sentence. No, we have to use the word. So maybe either you use men or created or equal. So maybe you can say that Emeritus provides equal opportunity to all its students.
Sir, I'm done with this.
Making rough roads plain means whatever the journey that is very difficult, we are trying to make it easier for the coming people. Maybe from that, like what was his sense. So you can say, like, you know, like road to IB job is very rough, but maybe with the help of Ematicus, we can make this road a plain road for us. So in that way, you know, so the idea is to ignite your brain and to think in altogether a different level, so that slowly and gradually you can bring all these things into your day-to-day communication, and hence you will see your communication level going from X to Y. So that is the objective of this activity.
Sir, actually the thing is, I thought that I have to create a speech for interview, like not a general speech. I have to introduce.
No. I never said this. I said that you have to create a speech which will add value to you. Now that is either for the interview or your investment banking career, or maybe any social thing that you believe it is going to be of great help. Like yesterday, we had one of the greatest speech on using these words on environment. Right? So now environment is related to each one of us. If you are going to talk about this during the interview, in certain question like what are your interests or hobbies or extracurricular things that you have done, maybe that will add value because it's a global topic. Okay.
Got it, sir.
Shivanjali. Shivanjali. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Abhiram.
So women are prodigious in every angle or better than men. But still, in the past, they were kept self-evident. But after a few years, emancipation took place for every woman in India. In short, we can say that they were captivated. Even though the women were crippled for life, even after all this drama, they got their right, and the movement was momentous for everyone in it.
Maybe good. Maybe that self-evident wala, I mean that sentence is no, that need correction. Okay, Priyal, done.
I've not completed all yet, but hello everyone. Today I take great pleasure in standing in front of you who are going to be a part of my journey of learning in Ematicus. Today I'm going to exchange my views about my experience in these past weeks in the institute. Initially, when our lectures started, we were given a brief instruction by our mentors about the endeavor which we had to put in the coming days. Even though we were sweltering with the summer of April, the determination towards the course was still not lost. Having a disciplined and focused approach in our self-study will only show the content of our character. As we have completed a prodigious amount of the first level of this course, it is now our responsibility to work towards achieving the honors.
But again, you have not taken those like few other
I've
words.
taken like four words, sir. Like sweltering, then content of character, then prodigious, and endeavor.
Yeah, endeavor is also a very good word. Very good, Radha.
I'm talking about career goals. You should choose a career which are not captivating. Enjoy yourself, which is joyous, and
You should be joyous about whatever you are doing.
Joyous means enjoy yourself.
That is what. So you should be joyous, like you should be happy about whatever you are doing. Okay.
You feel emancipation from society's expectation, and you are achieve your goals and prodigious of society's culture. You will learn about new ideas and new things.
But see, the idea is that, you know, you should be really working on this, because see, the kind of communication that you will be having there for the interview, or maybe for after the interview, you know, you should be able to match that environment. So you should start working on this. So let us do a reality check. Have you read any article today?
Yes, I have read it about news I read.
Which news?
Regarding the Yes Bank.
What Yes Bank?
So they are going to come up with the Vodafone results of Yes Bank, the profits and I've just read like 2 lines.
Not few lines, only the heading.
Yes.
Okay, Mitali, which news? Okay, we'll come to that. Which news? No. Anybody from online? So, you know, like, I want to tell you a story. Do not take it literally, but I believe focus on the masses, okay? Because I speak very simple things. So, you know, there was this one, in a way, a human being or a rabbit, you know, and he was crying. He was crying. So one of his friend came and said, "Hey, why you are crying? Why are you crying?" And he said, "You know, like, I'm feeling some pain." And then he said, "Okay." So he said, "You know, the place where I'm sitting, there is something which is pinching me. And hence, you know, and it is painful, and hence I'm crying." He said that, "Why don't you move out of this?" And he said, "Yeah, it is not that painful." Okay. What I'm trying to tell you here is that, so most of you are walking somewhere because you have certain pain, right? You want to come out of this job to this job because you have a hope that, okay, I mean, you are looking at Ematicus or maybe CBOP as a beacon of hope, right? But remember, you have to get up from this place, you have to take a walk, and then only you can change. What I mean to say is that you have to work hard. Yes, you have to take that effort. Trust me, every Saturday you will be having a job. The person who is paying you, irrespective of the salary, 15,000, 20,000, 40,000, 1 lakh, he will extract you. Like lemon. लेमन के साथ आप क्या करते हो? लेमन के साथ आप क्या करते हो? Have you ever used lemon? नींबू कभी यूज किया है आदित्य? नींबू से कैसे जूस निकालते हो आप?
निचोड़ते उसको, क्या
निचोड़।
तो जो आपकी जॉब है ना, वो आपको ऐसे करेगा. I mean, almost. I hope you agree with me on this. But still you have to, you know, you have to be energetic. Still you have to come here because you know that maybe next 4 months, these 4 months or 5 months, these 4 months have that ability to change my life. And if I will not participate in that process, I will lose it. So please do not, I mean, maybe Rachna or Shivanjali, Aditya, Sajida, whether you are studying, whether you are doing a job, whatever, if you have taken this added responsibility, apart from your regular academics or job, you have to give your best. है ना? वो एनर्जी आपको लाना है. और इसीलिए आपको हमने लास्ट क्लास में टाइम चार्ट के बारे में बताया था. आपने like Rachna, you are a BBA graduate, right? So maybe Rachna, she is paying another 1.5 lakhs for this course apart from a regular course of BBA. Now, obviously, the parents will be expecting something extra, no? Because you are doing something extra. This is beyond your academic fees. This is not a regular fees. यूनिवर्सिटी में कहीं बोला है क्या? भारत सरकार ने बोला क्या? उद्धव ठाकरे जी ने बोला क्या? नहीं नहीं, आपको ये कोर्स करना है, ऐसा तो नहीं है. ये तो हमने अपने चॉइस से किया है. तो जब आपने अपने चॉइस से किया, आपने इतना मनी इसमें इन्वेस्ट किया, आप टाइम भी दे रहे हो, आप सारा काम, like you have left everything, you are sitting here in front of your mobile or laptop. So let us enjoy this process, no? Okay. So my dear friends, please start your day with some economic news. And out of 5-6 news, choose any one. Go into the details. For example, LIC IPO is about to come. What kind of information you have regarding that? And you will get an opportunity to evaluate, learn, relearn all those concepts that is being discussed here in the class. Right? So you will see your concepts in reality. How IPO comes, what is the process, why LIC has been given this much of band price, what is that formula, what is oversubscribed, why it was oversubscribed, why it was not oversubscribed, why there is no hope or hype in the market. All those things, the moment you do, I mean, you get to learn so many things. Trust me, will not be able to teach you everything. No, not at all. Not at all. It is you who have to take up that responsibility. Maybe you will come with the questions and we can answer you. Right? So, what I'm trying to tell you is that you start your day with the news. You must have gone through Insta, WhatsApp, all these things by this time now. But why not news? So that should be the first thing. That should be the first app that you should open in the day. Whenever you are going to open your mobile, the first app should be FinShot or Money Control or Economic Times, whatever. Choice is yours. And then taking a decision that, okay, in the lunchtime, I will go through this article. Go through that article, make some notes. Even in a smartphone also, you have an option of notes. Whatever the thought comes to your mind, just make a note. Tick, 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 tick. Day 1, day 2. Whenever you are traveling, you are getting bored or something like this, go through those notes. Oh, I had written this on so and so date. Right? So today when you see your pictures or your notebook of class 4th, 5th and 6th, you feel happy about it, right? Hey, I was so cute, or maybe I was able to write something like this. The same thing you will feel when whatever you have written on 1st of April and when you are reading on 1st of May, you will feel good because in this last 1 month you have progressed. You have learned so many things and then you will say, oh, so I can write like this, no? So when you are connected throughout with yourself, your process of learning becomes more joyous or joyful. There are? Yes. Okay. So, Shivanjali, what is your speech? Where is your speech?
Sir, actually, I lost my connection. That's why I'm not replying.
Okay. Mitali? Half minute. Okay. You are taking too much of time. Okay. Okay. Sajida also had lost the connection. So, should we move ahead? So, maybe next class we have to come prepared. Huh? Okay, so guys, any question as of now? Rachna, Shivanjali, Aditya, Sajida, any question as of now?
Sir, actually, I did not understand about what you were asking to everyone. Can you just repeat in 5 minutes whatever you have told?
Yes. So Sajida, what we are discussing is that, like when you are going to work in this IB industry, you will be working with a lot of global clients, and hence the way of communication, the kind of words that they are going to use will not be will not be that general in nature. So the idea is to enhance our word power. The idea is to get to learn some new words, not some, but a lot of new words, so that we can express ourselves as well in that manner. At the same time, we can understand whenever they are using such kind of words. So for that, what we had done is that I had shared one video from US with few new words and all. And the idea was that you should make a note of those new words, go through Google or any dictionary, try to find out, the meaning of those words. And then you have to create a speech, or maybe you have to create, you have to write something meaningful by using those words. Okay. So you can do this as well. Today, when I am sending you this one email, there are various activities on writing. So what we have done in that is that I have given you few 15, 16 words, and you have to use those words when you are creating a speech. Okay. And if you really want to get a good job, if you really want to make your career in the field of investment banking, the workbook that I will be sending it to you, please take the print out of that. I think you can spend 70, 80 rupees, 100 rupees, maximum 100 rupees. And please complete that workbook in your own handwriting, not on laptop and desktop and iPad and MacBook. No. With simple 2 rupees pencil will be of a great help. Okay. So it is a 68 pages of workbook with so many new things you will get to know about soft skills, like the interviews. And then there are so many things. It's really a fun book. So whenever you are feeling bored, you can go through that and you can complete one page. So there are a lot of activities that I have included. So that I will be sending it to you through email today itself. Okay. So Sajida, is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great. Now I'm moving to the next topic.
Whatever I've written, should I read it to you?
Yeah, please.
Basically, I'll be speaking of my career until now. I've completed my graduation from commerce and currently pursuing MCOM. I've always been performing good at my academics, so it was self-evident to my parents that I'll make a good career in future. Just pursuing MCOM was like having manipul around my career. So I began searching or exploring for some courses to upskill myself. I found about CBOP course provided by Imarticus, and it was a beacon of hope for my career. Studying at Imarticus until now has been a joyous learning process. In this competitive world, I have to heave out my path to reach heights in my career. After completing the course, I can proclaim that I have expertise in the following field.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So now the third one is story creation. Now see, storytelling is a very good art, or it's one of the most sought skill in today's time. Okay. So there is a lot of classes, there are a lot of people attending extra seminars and certification courses on story creation. I'm going to tell you in a very simple manner, and that too free of cost. No, I mean, not exactly, you have already paid the fees, but then the idea is to to empower you with the very simple explanation that even you can write a story. Okay. So generally, why we need storytelling. I mean, that skill, why it is important, because a story is a method through which you get an opportunity to integrate the entire events in a sequence. Okay, where you get an opportunity to talk about the situation. You get an opportunity to talk about the person or the people who are involved in that. Maybe why something which is like whatever we are going to discuss, what was the issue or why it happened, and what was the conclusion, and what is that you learned out of this. Okay. The best part of a story is that it has an ability to engage the audience. So the moment I said that I want to tell you one story, and everybody was like, you know, oh, what is that sir is going to tell us? So that is the power of a story. And hence we should develop an art. We should develop this skill in such a way that we can narrate or we can describe or we can explain our most of the answers in a form of a story. Okay. And when we talk about a storytelling, there are 5 important elements. So the first one is the character, that is the people who are involved. So maybe you and your teacher, you and your mom, right? You and your friend. Then what is that incident we are going to talk about? The plot, right? So maybe it was something happened during the examination, something happened during my job, something happened on the road while I was driving from this place to that place, right? And then where does it happen? So it happened in the classroom, it happened in the home, it happened on the road, or maybe some cafe, wherever, like, because that environment has a lot of role to play in that story, right? And then what was the exact problem? What was the issue that we were trying to address? So maybe it was some fight or some discussion or some kind of positive message. What was that, you know? And then what was the end result? What was the resolution? What was the conclusion of everything? Okay. And then probably you should talk about what was your learning out of that. So learning is equally important. We have not mentioned it separately because that is the part of resolution, but then you should focus on this, that learning word has to be used there. That this is what I learned from this. Yeah. Yeah. The moral of the story. Very good. Yes. Yes. The moral of the story. Okay. So, and how you should write this. So you should write in the format of introduction, body, and conclusion. That is IBC we had discussed in the first lecture. Okay. Now, my question is, how many of you are confident in writing a story or maybe telling a story? Writing. I mean, if you can write, then you can tell also. What about you? You can? So to give you confidence, what I have done is that I have included certain topics about a time where you used your smartness. So all the topics, all these questions or, you know, these topics that I have displayed here is part of your interview process. Each one of you will get one or the other question out of this topic. The interviewer may ask you any one of this, any one of you. So you remember in your college days, we used to have something called as guest paper. You know what is guest paper? No? Anybody who is aware about this concept of guest paper? Maybe Shivanjali?
No, sir.
Oh, you all are so intelligent, huh?
Are those the paper which we used to solve before the exam?
Maybe, you know, like you used to guess. So these are the questions that may be asked. So you used to prepare in detail those questions for the examination. So that is called as guest paper. Mock papers, not mock papers, mock, yeah, I mean, so mock is the second stage. The first one is guess. So these are the guess, this is the guess paper I'm giving you today itself. And I am also confirming that you will be getting any one of the question or maybe any two. This is sure and certain. What you have to do, you have to prepare the entire topic. The list, so you should take one page, you should dedicate one page to one topic, and you should have at least these 10 stories ready with you. About a time where you used your smartness, about a time you made a mistake, about a time you failed, about a time you demonstrated leadership skills, about a time you demonstrated your strengths, about a time you disagreed with the decision that was made, about your greatest professional achievement. This will be questioned to most of you because you all are working, right? What is your biggest professional achievement? Oh, you are a...
So I had received the employee of the quarter in my company where I'm working right now. So up till now, that was my greatest achievement.
So about your greatest professional achievement. Now, so you should say like this. So it's really an honor for me to talk about my greatest professional achievement. And in my office, this was something called as employee of the month or employee of the quarter. So that is one of the biggest achievement I had received. But then, yes, there was a lot of process. There was a lot of hard work behind this. So this was about Q3. It was about like October, November, and December. That is Q3, right? So it was about Q3. And at that point of time, as you know, there was a winter season and we had a lot of problem, this and that. But then I decided to work along with my team. This festival season is across India. So there were a lot of people who were on leave at that moment. So I decided to take up this opportunity, this challenge as an opportunity. I worked rigorously throughout those 3 months. And I was given this target, so I really worked hard on it, and I achieved that. And I really thank XYZ, ABC during that period of time, who were integral part of this entire process. And today, and when this was a quarter end, and I got this award in the month of Jan, somewhere around 25th or 26th of Jan, I was really very happy that this entire hard work has paid off. And there I learned one thing, that any challenge or any diversity is an opportunity for you to prove your skills, to prove your mettle. And this particular award has given me this confidence that yes, at moments or in any given situation, I can go beyond my limits. So in a way, I got an opportunity to know my own potential as well, which I was not aware. So my ultimate learning is that yes, if you get any opportunity, you should. This is a story. You have got the award, but I have given the story. So maybe in the next time you can invite me to give a thank you speech kind of thing. Sure, Pakka?
Yes, sir.
At least you can be happy that I'm expecting that you will get the next award as well. But hope. Anyway, so this is how you should create a story. Okay, so go back on this. See who is the character. So it was about you and your team. What was the plot? So it was about so getting people to work around this because of lack of manpower and all. What was the setting? So setting was like October, November, December, people were on leave, and and the conflict was that you had to complete certain assignments in spite of maybe working on 60% of the capacity or 70% of the capacity. Okay, and the resolution was that you achieved that with 70% of the capacity. And the learning was that you got to know about yourself that yes, I can do this. Okay. Any question? Now, I want each one of you to make a note of these topics and create a story around this.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
About a time you disagreed with the decision that was made. So if interviewer asks this question, so we can add any our personal, means personal life, or it should be about only professional. So
Sajida, see, it is not always about personal or professional. The idea is to see that the severity of that decision or that, that disagreement. So maybe if you believe that the personal experience will add more value, talk about personal experience. Or if you think that professional, you have a professional incident which is more intense, talk about that. But the idea is to talk about an intense situation where there was a lot of thought process, a lot of emotions were involved, and then like how you manage that situation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so maybe for example, you can talk about your appraisal, right? Because you were expecting that I will be getting this much, and because this is what all I had done. But then there was a unanimous decision by your reporting manager, by HR and all the team members that you should not be given the promotion, or maybe you should not be given that X% of hike. So that is, you can talk about. You can talk about maybe, I mean, like for example, you really wanted to come out of your home and you wanted to do, you wanted to go some other city for your academics and all, and maybe family said, no, whatever the situation, we want you to be here in the hometown itself. So choose any best college in the town. And so maybe you had to choose that college, but obviously you were not happy about this. So maybe if that is, I mean, so the idea is that the idea is to see that what the idea is to check the severity of the situation. Now you cannot say like, we really wanted to have a mutton biryani and they decided to go with veg pulao. So I'm not happy with this. So this is a decision, I always disagree. So maybe not this kind of. I think she has lost the connection.
So, like the second and the third topics about a time when you made a mistake or you failed. So these are little negative topics where we have to showcase our negative or our weaknesses. So how can we portray it to the interviewers? Like, even though we are portraying a negative point about ourselves, but then it does not affect.
So it is not negative. Who has not failed in his or her life? And who has not made a mistake? This is natural. This is natural process. This is not negative. So let us get it clarified now only. It is not negative. It is natural.
If I say a few points about like when I made a mistake, but then if I get a counter question on that, then if you make such mistakes.
So you tell me any mistake. You tell me any mistake.
I was overloaded with work because of which I missed out on few things. So if I get a counter question on that, then if in investment banking also we have a lot of work and overload. Then how if you miss out on these things and it causes a big loss to the company, then why we should be?
So again, let me tell you, it's all these questions are not about the mistake. It's about the learning out of that mistake. So you can be really very genuine saying this, that like, sir, I was given this task, and because of the nature and because of the quantity, or because of that time management things, I lost certain things. And definitely, yes, it was a very big mistake from my side, because due to my mistake that company had suffered. But then at the same time, sir, it gave me an opportunity to explore myself and seek help of my mentor or my team manager to see that what I can do to avoid certain mistakes in near future. So he suggested me to go through this one of the training program on time management. It's okay. It's okay. Byju's is spending 246 crore rupees. Byju's, they are spending 246 crore rupees to earn 1 crore. So it is a mistake. But then the kind of learning they are having and the way they are improving, or you see, they are ruling the market. Everyone knows about them, right? So it's not about that way that it was a loss or this or that. The idea is about what you learned. Okay, and hence I said that learning is very important. What you learned out of this. So maybe this, like the time you failed. Yes, who has not failed in his life here? Only 2 people. No, only one person has not failed. One who has not tried anything. Otherwise, everybody, whether God has failed. No, he has also failed, no? So failure is a part of life. But the question is that how you bounce back. That is the question. So people are not going to judge you on your failure. People are going to judge you for coming back. So learn from mistake or whatever. I mean, but the idea is to bounce back. The idea is to improve yourself so that we are not going to repeat the same mistake. Right? That is the thing. Okay, any question from anybody? From online students?
Yes, sir. Sir, as I am a fresher, so I haven't no any professional background or experience in company. So how can I deliver this, or how can I structure the story? Means I have only personal life experiences.
About what? About which question? Tell me.
It means जैसे कि आपने बोला कि वो स्टोरी क्रिएशन करना है, मतलब कैसे इंसिडेंट्स हुआ, क्या हुआ, आपने ओवरकम कैसे किया उस सिचुएशन से.
So Shivanjali, you have been a student, right?
Yes.
You have been a BCom. You are a BCom graduate, right?
Yes.
You have prepared for CS or CA also.
Company secretary.
CS. That's what I mean. I was not very sure, so I said CA or CS. You have all those experiences, no?
Yes.
Professional does not mean only when you are into walking. Professional means your academics also. For you, it will be academics. Those who are working, for them, it will be their job experience and all. Right? So getting a gold medal in BCom is also a professional achievement.
Okay.
Okay, it's obviously it's an academic achievement, but in corporate world they will call it as a professional achievement.
Okay.
Okay. Any question? Any question from any one of you?
No, sir.
Okay. So I want you to quickly deliver a speech on any one of the topic of your choice. We just want to do this activity. Maybe we can start with Mitali. Mitali, no? Yeah. Quickly.
About the time you
About the time you
failed.
Okay.
I was preparing for a professional course CS. I cleared my foundation. But on the next level, I failed multiple times. So basically, I dropped out of the course. But the one thing I have learned throughout the course is keep learning, never give up.
Maybe not that course, but the other course.
So maybe when you were saying this, no, so you should say that, no, like, so this is about my CS. So this is about my CS journey. I was preparing for this, and I was really into it. So I was able to clear the first round with good score and all. And then it gave me confidence to move to the next level. Now, again, I went for my enrollment for there is some enrollment and all, no? So I went for the enrollment. I got my kits. You get some books also. Yeah. So I got my kits and I started, learning. And yeah, it was a little tough. I mean, those of you who have prepared CS, they will know this, that there is a lot of difference between that foundation and about the second level. So I was really facing this challenge. I was not having any professional guidance at that point of time due to COVID and all. So everything I was trying to do it on my own. And sadly, I failed the first exam that I had appeared after 1 year or how much time it has taken. And then again, but since I had not lost the hope, I tried it again. But yet I could not make it. And even for the second time also, I lost this. Okay. So I just decided to look back at my strategy, my approach, and somewhere within me, I got this, I got this that, maybe I will not be able to do this. So rather than again going, and I really had a lot of discussion with myself. And I concluded that maybe, and I really wanted to be sure about my decision. So I approached my professor, who happens to know me from my class 12th days. I spoke to him, I narrated everything to him, and he said that, Mithali, no problem. You have taken a good decision. You can always move on. There are n number of opportunities available in the market. So there is no point, if you are not convinced enough as of now, you can move to the next. And then I came to know about investment banking and, and then I started exploring this. So I thought of let me make my journey in this particular field, and that's how. So yeah, I failed, but then I learned two things, that yes, there is never a dead end. You can always start afresh. And second thing is that whenever you are in trouble or whenever you are not able to make a decision and all, spend some good amount of time with yourself, come to some conclusion, and maybe if you have some mentor in your life, you can always approach them to get validated that whatever you have thought, whether it is okay in line with that or not. So yeah, not passing that CS is a failure for me, but then it has opened me an altogether different journey in the field of investment banking, with a lot of learning, with a lot of new concepts that I'm learning, and I'm sure to make it in a great way. Who has given the examination? Me or she?
So can I talk about my leadership skills?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about my leadership skills. So I will be talking about the experience which I had in my schooling days, which was 10th.
So 10th is not accepted.
Okay.
10th is not. It should be either second year, third year, or after that. 10th, 12th.
So talking about my
you try to understand you all. See, maybe the way I'm going to discuss, or maybe the way I say, people will not appreciate this, but see, I think when you are into your graduation or post-graduation, like you are in your PG, right? See, these are the stages in your life when you have to answer so many things. Now, if you are a girl, your family will say you have to get married. As an individual, you feel that, no, I should do something worth where I can be independent. I can take care of at least my own expenses. Then you are exploring so many things. Something you are getting positive, somewhere you are getting negative things and all. So, I think this stage of your life is the most challenging stage, where you have to take a whole lot of decisions. Your family is expecting something else out of you. If you have a friend or any good one in your life, they are expecting something else from you. Then you have society and everything. So I believe talking about 10th and 12th are free. No, what is the challenge at that point of time, Baba? The parents are taking you in the car, dropping you to the school. Before the school, gets over, they are there to pick you up. What kind of challenge you are facing? But definitely you are facing a challenge when you have a presentation here at Marticus and maybe all the buses are on strike. So how you are going to come here? Maybe a lot of rain and all. So talk about this stage, because I believe that this is the most beautiful stage of your life. And see, graduation is at the second year, third year, easy, first year, second year. This is the most amazing life. First year or second year of your job, most amazing life, most amazing life. Maybe if you do not have a story from this, then you have missed something. You will always miss, and let me tell you, I can write 9-10 books, the kind of experiences that we have gone through during our college days, to our MBA days, to the first year and second year of the job. So when you start getting that money, and there is no one to take care of you, what kind of things you are doing, where you are exploring. Somebody will say, go to this disco. Somebody will say, let us go to Goa. Somebody will say, let us have party this and that. Then how you are managing your thoughts, and a lot of things happen during that period of time. So the way you manage that situation, the way you come out of those things with victory, right? Not having something in your life for which you can regret, right? So talk about those things. The life should be happening. Yeah. When you are narrating any story, the other person should be like this. Yeah. And he should forget all the other questions. And maybe signing that later. Yeah. When can you join? That should be the power of a story. Right? That is the kind of charm you have to bring in. 10th or 12th ki story. We are grown up now. कुछ spicy होना चाहिए. क्या आप वही वेज पुलाव, किसी को वेज पुलाव पसंद है? No? So think something like that. Okay. Any other question from anybody? Which story? Acha, professional achievement.
I have a different one. Professional achievement. So I want to talk about my leadership, about the time when I showed my leadership skill. So this is a time when I had joined my company, and it had been 6 months, 6 to 8 months that I was into the process. As I can tell you that I have that expertise of grabbing the knowledge very quickly and putting that into work. So this was a time when my boss or my team leader wasn't available. So it was during Diwali time, and as we had joined like 6 months into the process, so we did not have leaves. We were not allowed to take leaves at that time. So that was a time when I, being a team player, I have always been that way, helping others. So I used to make sure that I help my colleagues, whatever knowledge that I had. So accordingly, my team leader saw that into me, and he just gave me that responsibility that, okay, I'm not available in those days. So could you help the team? So there is a thing called as SME in us, that is a subject matter expert. Okay, so because he thought that I should do it, so I made sure that this is the opportunity which I got, and hence I helped the team. And fortunately, my super boss saw this happening, and he tried to ask me how was I into the system and how much time I had been into it. So that was a time when he got to know, okay, I've just been into the process and it's been 8 months. And he felt very impressed about the skills that I showed, the leadership skills that I showed. And I got that opportunity that even though we had an IGP in a year, that after that we can apply, but they made sure that we have it into 8 months, and I could apply for that, and I was able to apply and crack that interview. So what I feel was a learning from this process was whenever you get an opportunity to show your skills or to show what good you have in yourself, you shouldn't miss that chance and you should give your best in that time. And there is no time bound or time thing that comes into matter when you have the expertise to do something. Things or the universe makes sure that you get it, even though it's not that time.
Om Shanti.
Yes.
Very good. Anyone else from online? Anybody from online?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Sajida.
It's about the leadership skills only because I have experience. And so when I joined the WNS, I was totally fresh. And when I said that it's very huge company, it's an international. So I was a little bit scared that I will manage everything. So I saw my colleagues were doing very good job, and also slowly 3 years, 2 years are done over there. So then in the 3rd year, I have been moved to a new process. It was a totally pilot batch. So whatever the experience I had in the last 2 years, I have shown over there because it was a totally pilot process. So I was the only one who has the experience of the emails and all. So my manager believed on me. So he started giving me all these responsibilities, means sending reports and also and talking with the onshore about the queries and all. So this is how within a 1 year, I have been promoted as a trainer, process trainer. So almost it's a 1 year now. More than a 1 year now. So I am a process trainer. So now I have a leadership that if my manager is not available, then I'm the only one who onshore, means the UK, our clients emails me only if anything is required, anything is escalation and all. So how I showed my leadership here. So you can say I'm not yet promoted as a team leader, but yes, I'm nothing but like a team leader, and I'm a trainer as well. So so far I have trained 3 batches in my company.
Very good. Very good. Okay. What about others? Maybe Rachna? Rachna, any?
Just 2 minutes. Sir, I'm done with it. Just 2 minutes. Just ending this.
Okay. Shivanjali, Aditya, Mitali. Acha, Mitali is done. I have stopped you. I'm sorry for that. But look for someone.
Actually, I'm in 2nd year right now.
Acha,
yeah.
So you are in you are in weekend batch, so that is one thing. So there is always this preconceived kind of thing that everybody is like walking. So because weekends generally 90% people are walking. So
my 1st and 2nd year went in COVID. So,
but let me tell you, Abhiram, I had one student like you, Tanmay Shinde. You are somewhere like him, even body wise, look wise. And he was a student of Garwari College.
Okay.
Into 2nd years. Okay. And before 3rd year, I mean, obviously now he has completed 3rd year. He got placed with Northern Trust on a package of 4.9. He's the youngest one. What is your age? His age was 21 or 22. So maybe, you know, you have that opportunity. I mean, he invited me to, he was inviting me to some other place, but we went to this Gandharva. I mean, you know, like, and he was so happy, like he said, you know, all are in my family, they are still preparing for this job, that job. And, you know, like everybody is saying, like you said, you know, nobody was taking me serious in my house. You know, every time they will ask me, even anybody, go bring water, go bring do and this. But, you know, sir, like now I sit like this. So, you know, and it's so, in his communication and all, it's so charming and it's so, you know, so involved. And because of his innocence. So that is, you know, so I still remember, you know, like we had discussed something and I just said like that, you know, you can talk about your love life and all. And he said, no, sir, nothing. I do not have any girlfriend, this and that. But during that, you know, he revealed that, no, sir, actually, yes. And I told him like, I was aware of this, but yeah, but since you denied, so I could not insist on this. So, you know, so that kind of thing. So the idea is the more you explore your life, you know, the more you explore your life, you get to know so many things. And that will always add value. That will always add value. So I always say this, that it's not about a mistake, it's about that experience. So never have at least regrets in your life. If something wrong has happened, I take it as an experience. Right? So yeah, something happened, maybe the time was like that, or maybe I was not that mature enough or something like this. But then yes, it's a learning experience for me that I'm not going to repeat this in near future. Or maybe I will be more cautious in that way or more alert in the future. Okay, so never have any regrets. Enjoy your life, but learn from everything. Okay, so that should be the motto of life. Okay, anyone else from online? Any story from online?
Yes, sir, I would like to.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, thank you for giving the opportunity. I would love to share this beautiful experience of my life with all of you. This has a very special place in my heart, and I'm glad to share this with you. So in our college time in second year, we had a competition called Gusto in our college. So in that competition, in that event, we had a certain numbers of competition, and one of them was a presentation competition. Basically, college provides you a certain number of topic. You have to pick one topic from it, and you have to present. In that competition, we have 3 levels. First is college level, then intra college, and then district level. So I participated in that event. I went for first college level. Then I was little nervous at that time. So whether I will be able to do it, whether I will get nervous or not, but I still had a courage to do it. I was excited to do it. So I started with the college level. And I had a talk with my head of department. She was so supportive. She motivated me. And then I began my journey from that. Then round I was second in that. Then I was qualified for second round, which was intra-college round. And at that time I had a talk with my HOD, and I was like, ma'am, I was so nervous. What should I do? Like, is my content is enough or not? I will be nervous or not? And at that time, she was also very supportive. She supported me, and I went for intra-college, and I was first in that competition. After that, we had district level competition, in which I got second rank, and my HOD and principal at that time were so happy. They called my dad, and they said that your daughter is capable of doing much more things. So we just want to congratulate you. And that time I was like overwhelmed that someone praised me. I also didn't knew that I have this quality that I can present myself, or I can give my thoughts to someone else in such a positive manner. So that was a time when I was praised, and it is still like very precious moment for me that someone from my side called my dad and said that your daughter is capable of doing much more things. So yeah, that was my story. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So I hope you have made note of all the topics. Please prepare that. I will be sending you the assignment today by evening. So please look into that, complete that. And if there is any confusion, if there is any question that you have, you can always reach out to me. Okay. Through email, through WhatsApp. Okay. I also suggest that please start exploring LinkedIn. Make your profile. I hope few of you are there on LinkedIn. So be there on LinkedIn. Let us connect there as well and start working on your LinkedIn profile. Okay. In the next class, we'll discuss about LinkedIn profile as well. So that we can, we can take the advantage of such platforms. Okay. So be there on LinkedIn. Use your time judiciously because you are into your graduation, you are into MCOM, you are into your job. So you need to be particular about your timing setup. Okay. Any question from anybody? Okay. So take care and wish you all the best. One thing I want to convey here is that the attendance for this class is really very poor. So please work on this, inform your friends because you are as good as your friends are. Okay. So it's about teamwork, right? So if we have good number of students coming here, having those discussions, so the class gets benefited out of this. Otherwise, it looks like more of a tuition kind of thing. It's not a class, right? So the class has its own value. So you can always, if you have some friends and all, you can discuss it with them and let them know that if you have invested this much of money, at least you should be serious about this, right? So if you have bought a phone worth 25,000, 30,000, will you leave it like that? Will you give it to your friend for one day? No. Then why you are leaving your classes? You have paid for this. It's not free of cost, right? So have the same affinity, have the same involvement with your classes as well. I know I am saying this to the wrong people because you all are here, but then I want you to convey this to your friends if they are. If you have any friend or even in the groups also, you can always post that, hey, and you can always coordinate with each other. Hey, you should come, you should motivate, right? No, come here, things are good. Why don't you know? So maybe because of your motivation and all, they can also come. So let us work on this. Okay. So take care and wish you all the best. See you in the next class.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. I will send you the mail today and you will get this opportunity to complete this by next weekend. Okay. Maybe by 6th or 7th. I will go and accordingly I will give you the time. Don't worry. You will have enough time. Okay. Thank you guys. Take care.